Yo, YouTube fam, what is up? Today we are taking a look at the tier maker. And what this is I saw a video online, I think iDubbbz made it, ranking his favorite fast food joints, and I felt that it was only the right thing to do to make a response to it based on chains that I actually like. This is a much larger list than I would have picked, but it's what's available online. There's a few of them that I don't care for and I won't be reviewing. Some of them I haven't even eaten at. The ones that I will be reviewing have a pretty large presence here in the United States, where I'm from. They should be available in many cities across the country, and a lot of them should be available overseas as well in various countries. So let's go ahead and get started here. I've broken them out in kind of logical groups. So we'll start with Mexican here. And of the three Mexican concepts or Tex-Mex concepts, if you will say that actually Qdoba is right up there for me. It's not as popular as Chipotle is or has been, but something about their queso is just it keeps me coming back. Chipotle would probably rank a B, no matter what you do there. Always turns out to be the same flavor, same taste. You might want to change it up a little bit, but it ends up tasting the same. And yeah, they're standard, they're good, but they're what you would expect for a good chain to be. Taco Bell actually is my go-to for late night cravings since they're open very late. So I would probably rank them under Chipotle, as it's not my top destination, but it's not all the way on the bottom. I actually enjoy some of their hard shell tacos and nachos just for the cravings that you get really late. Okay, so out of pizza joints, right? So I know everybody rags on Domino's, and I hear what you're saying, but Domino's has changed things up quite a bit, and I'm a big fan of their thin crust pizza. I don't know about you, but that crunchy wafer cracker thin pizza crust really hits the spot for me. So I'm gonna have to give this probably a B. I know that most have been rating this pretty poorly, but that thin crust is money. Pizza Hut, standard. I would give it an average. Their pan pizza is good, but I am from the lovely city of Chicago, and deep dish pizza is where it's at. So I do like the deeper crust, but unbeknownst to what people think, most people think, Chicago is really a thin crust town, even though we're known for our deep dish. Papa John's, I would say, is probably up there, better, better type of ingredients. So I'd give it right up there with Domino's. And Little Caesars, I'm not a fan of, so that's going down for me in the D category. Chinese, I don't really have anything to compare it to. And this is really not, again, this is Americanized Chinese, so I don't think it's anything like the food you would get in China, but I would say it's middle of the row for me, so I'll give it a C. Out of the burger joints. So this is a category that it's hard. I don't see Five Guys in this list, but Five Guys is up there for me. Another couple call outs. Smash Burger is really good as well, but they're not in this list. Let's just work with the list we have. Of this, I think I would have to give Wendy's an A. I like their sandwiches. I like that their meat is never frozen, at least is what they advertise. And I love, love, love whoever handles their Twitter. Um, they are fire on their Twitter. So if you haven't seen some of their tweets, especially their roasts and their crazy comebacks, it's very entertaining. I would advise you to take a peek at their Twitter. I would say Burger King and McDonald's, kind of the run of the mill. I do like the flame broiled burgers, but I wouldn't say that, either of these are top notch for me. Hardees used to be around in the area. I used to have them when we were young, but they haven't been around at least the Midwest area as much. But for what I remember, they were kind of a average or below average concept for me. Sonic is really a drive-in concept. They have burgers. I think they have hot dogs. I would say they're kind of run of the mill for me as well. So I'd give them kind of a C average. In terms of fried chicken joints, definitely prefer Popeyes over KFC. Um, the Colonel might have a secret recipe, but Popeyes has got the spice. So I prefer that over KFC any day. In terms of the kind of the deli scene, right? I'd say Subway is not a big fan of anymore. They've kind of gone downhill. They used to be great when they were really fresh, but I guess time has taken a toll on them and their quality's going down. I do prefer Jimmy John's over Subway. And even more so, I would say I wouldn't classify Panera as being kind of a one-to-one for Jimmy John's and Subway, but I do think they are a higher quality brand, and I do like what they have to offer with the bread bowls and whatnot. Arby's, not a huge fan of, so that's going down. Chicken joints, really primarily tenders and sandwiches. Chipotle is just very nice. They just do, anytime you walk in there, you'll find somebody who's always greeting you with a smile. They just run a very good operation, and for that, I would say they might even be my top. So let's move them up there. Zaxby's is a chain, a little more uh, readily accessible in the South, in the Atlanta area. I've been there, as is Raising Cane's, but Raising Cane's is spreading quite rapidly, and they are in my city as well. They're both good. I think I've had Raising Cane's more than Zaxby's, but I would say they're on par with each other. I think Bojangles is another concept that does quite well in the South, and they're all kind of on the same tier for me. And oh, there's a burger joint that I didn't speak about, Steak and Shake. So Steak and Shake, I do actually go to every so often, and I would say they are somewhat better than Burger King and McDonald's and Sonic. So I'll put them in the B category. And that's probably where I'm going to stop because I haven't really eaten at some of these other concepts, and Starbucks does not belong in fast food. So, what do you think? Do you think that my rankings are appropriate? Do they fall in line with what you had in mind? I know I'm going to hear it from people about Domino's. I know that's not the most revered pizza joint, but I'm telling you, their thin crust pizza, if you really like it crunchy thin, um, it really is stellar. I would strongly advise you to go try their thin crust. If you're not a fan of the other types of pizzas, I think they have a hand toss and probably a pan as well. Decent, but their thin crust is money. Let me know what you think and what you think about this video. Would you like me to make some more of these types of videos? Thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you loved it, and let me know in the comments how I stack up against your likings. Have a good one. We'll see you next time. Bye.